Okay, so welcome back. Now we have to make the roof as we finish the facades. Let's check how does my roof look like. Okay, so I have two windows over here. Okay, and what about in Google Maps or check it by checking various images? So I have this type of roof. Okay, let's go to Google Maps or to Google Earth and check my roof. Okay, I don't care. So let's check. So it's in Broila. Broila is somewhere here in Romania. It's a radio city. Okay, so basically now we reach the area of interest of study, and now we have to see how can we do this roof. I think it will need to be structured somehow. Okay, it will be quite of a challenge. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so I think one part, yeah, I think actually one part would be to make the whole roof as it is, then cut this area, and this will be, let's say, some sort of standalone whatever. So to do this roof, let's see. Supposedly I have that volume extruded. So one solution would be, let me think. I have something extruded, then I think that, yeah, let me look like this. Okay, so something is extruded. Let's see how many, and then I will have some negative extrusions to cut off my wall. So I have one cut. Uh, Here it will be a bit problematic. Let's see. Let's say I do this. Okay, here maybe I would need a sweep because in the corner I might have a problem. So void sweep for these. Yeah, so now we are analyzing. Your judgment, it comes from a lot of practice. So we might have to try and test. Okay, so basically if it is, let's say, to simplify everything, I would have, let's say, a great roof, which suppose I have a great volume. Actually, I would do like this. Uh, let's do a great roof. Then we cut off a hole for this type of roof. Then we will see how we extend this roof. We'll see how we, yeah. I would ignore for the first time this. And either it is a sweep over here, or yeah, I'll see if it works with a sweep. If not, I'll just keep a roof and do negative extrusions. Okay, so we have a rough idea. Okay, this kind of extends downwards. Okay, so I think we can get started. What would be an approximate height? Okay, for the slope, so it would be the base until it reaches the peak represented by these profiles. Roof. So double click and do something like this. Okay, let's say I have, yeah, no, it's okay. Actually, create void extrusion, set work plane this one, and we'll fiddle around and work. Okay, let's check in Earth how 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 long. Okay, so this line goes until here, until let's say the fourth window. Okay, let's reach the fourth window. Oh, we surpassed that actually, so it would need to be something like around here. Okay, let's say we approximate it. Okay, good. And now we would sweep basically and get this part of the roof done. Okay. Now I would need to create similar. And let's say I pick a plane. Let me think. Actually, I would quit sketching. Actually, I wouldn't go up until the exact corner because I want to keep a, a face to work on. Yes, you see the reason in a minute. So I will create void form, void extrusion, pick a plane. I picked this plane, that's why I kept it. And now I will create my contour. The contour, let's say it will be something like this or whatever. And something like this. And something like this. Okay. And this will basically be swept all around. And now it looks like this. Okay, let's check the Earth software. Okay. And then this gets swept upwards, so I would need actually to go back to my model and extrude this even higher. I don't know how much higher, honestly, but higher in any case. And this as well. And this as well. It won't be that high. Don't panic. But the idea is, as you can see, I have basically the roof prolongs. And now I will go to the model itself and then create another extrusion, a void one of course. Pick a plane, pick this one, then draw my roof. Something like this, okay. Like this downwards. And I see this volume. And this will be no, Control Z. Control Z. Okay. Now sometimes it selects poorly and there are a bunch of problems. Okay, and I sweep until I reach the end. Now this will be swept up, and now you see that I have my roof basically. Okay, and for the exterior part, yeah, for the actual exterior part, I will adjust actually my profile, and this will be, let's say, of a lower slope, something like this. Now, my mouse pad because I can't move my mouse as I would want. Okay, so I want a new profile like this. Okay, and now I extend this line. I bring this upwards. Let's see. And I have my lower slope. That's great. And now you see that I almost created what I wanted. Okay. There's a slight problem and I don't... okay. For some... Why doesn't cut? Cut. I also want to cut this volume. Okay, now it has cut my volume. Yeah, so basically now I have my slope over here too. And now I will create another slope, void extrusion. Or let's save what we have as for now. Okay, Control S. And now I'll create this another extrusion. Okay, so now we will create another extrusion. Here, set pick a plane. I use this plane. Okay. And let's say I want this slope. I modify, of course, the slope, but now I will check the principle to see if it works as expected. Okay, something like this. Now I see a little corner cut, but I need to extend my extrusion. Okay, now I have my roof form basically. Now I told you that I have a problem over here because basically I would need to do a sweep, so I can check two ways. Okay, supposedly let's create a void sweep and I will use this path, let's say, and this path, and I will actually connect these two lines. Why can't I join? Weird. Path and then select. No, no, my guy. Sketch path. Select. I don't want the whole content. I want just what interests me. Okay, then I will not. What? I can't seem to be able to select what I want. Okay, and what I actually selected is something is weird. So I have something here. Let's delete this extrusion and we'll think a bit. So I want to create a void sweep, and I want to pick a plane. I want to pick this plane. Okay, and now I think I can. Yeah, now it works. Okay, and then I want to connect these two lines. And now supposedly I can validate and edit my profile. And let's say I do something. Let me put myself into this view. Let's say something like this. And maybe go upwards. And let's see if it works the way I intended it. Yes. Okay. And now this sweep. Let me look in Earth. How steep is that slope? Uh, so let's say approximately the same. I want a bit less deep, let's say, but it kind of maintains. Yeah, it kind of maintains the slope. Yeah, it kind of maintains the slope. If there is a slight deviation, we might say, but let's say it's not this. It's about this, or 1 or 2 degrees or something. Yeah, something like this, and yeah, it isn't actually very noticeable. Okay, and now I think I may have everything that I want. The extension, which is weird. Okay, no, I should click cut and click onto this volume and somehow select. Yes, that was the idea. And I think we can finish the model. Delete this line. And yeah, we kind of got the roof, I guess. Yeah, let's save. Yeah, so we most likely also got the roof done, and it didn't take so long. We did some, let's say, approximations. Okay. This will be a bit retracted until here, and it's okay, I guess. Yes. Yeah, it looks quite decent. Here it's kind of tall, but I told you that I will cut that stuff. Okay. Let's check Earth. Yeah, let me check if the height, let's say, of the roof is double than the, let's say, that cornice. No, it's not that tall actually. No, X to you. So it actually isn't double the height, it's maybe a third. Okay, so it's not even that steep, it's even less steep, I guess. Yeah. Okay, it seems that it isn't even that steep. Let's see where we can modify something. Maybe this one. Yeah, something like this, let's say. Okay. Let's say I keep it like this, and then let's do the volume. And now I think I will do another extrusion. Okay, so now I got my great volume. And I will create a void extrusion, and let me think which plane will I pick. Uh, Yeah, that one. Okay, and I go on top, and the shape would be around here or something. I don't know how much. Let's look over here. How wide and how. So the middle of these lateral arches and until I reach this end. Okay, then it will be until around here. Let's say it will be about, let's say this wide, and it will be about this. Okay, and this will be something like this. Okay, so basically we made the place for the shape, let's say. And now I think I will create the main shape that interests me. So I'll create some sort of extrusion, and that will be the plane. And then I create the whole rectangle that interested me. Okay, and this is extruded like this. And after this is extruded, now it comes the fun part in which I create the void extrusion. And I think I will need, no, let's exit a bit, and I need to expand a bit the void part until, let's say, I reach top. Let's say like this, and now I can go and reach this part. Now, okay, then this means if I see that guy that this isn't deep enough, okay. So I think this would be the shape. And now let's create void extrusion, set picker plane, this guy. And we go to section 3. And let's check how the shape is actually. It's not like in the picture, is something more. So arch, then something straight, then arch. And the straight part is just okay. Then I think the arch part comes from here until, let's say, around here. And I will copy this. Yes. Okay. I do something similar like this. This would be the. Actually, I would leave a bit of room. Yeah, actually, no, actually, I would leave a bit of room for the same reason I already told you. It doesn't seem much, but for me it is helpful. Okay, and this will be copied, of course. So, okay, now I have what I want. 3D, copy, validate actually the form, reach the end. Great. I have a slight problem that the roof actually, oh, it actually should be taller. Sorry, my bad. Actually, it should be taller. It actually should be something like this, I guess. Yes, it should be something like this. Ouch. Okay, my mistake. Okay, much taller. Let's check. Yeah, more reasonable. Yeah, now I have a slight problem. Now that I did my cut, now this has to join somehow. Mm. Yeah, this has to actually join somehow. Then the profile, no, this has to be as a standalone form. This actually has to be a standalone form, but my roof has to reach. We will think. Okay, let's do the other part, wireframe. Now I will create void extrusion, set this plane that I set up. Now I go to the left and do my arch stuff from here, let's say. Okay, so let's do my arch stuff. Let's see how arch is that stuff actually. So it's still kind of tall. So actually it comes something like here. Okay, let's mirror. Good. This is the shape. Okay. Downwards like this. Great. Now in hidden line. Let's oh, what it's really hidden. Okay, something like this. Great. 3D. Hidden line. Yeah, now I have the right shape. I told you which was my slight problem. Mhm. Let me think. Yeah, it's a bit of a complicated shape to do it as a mesh. Uh, but what if I would create I would admit an error to have an extra edge, but I would do another, let's say, extrusion. Yeah, actually, So I guess I'll go to wireframe and create an extrusion with, I think, this work plane. When I go to section 3 and the remaining part, I guess this one, will be extruded standalone like this. Uh, like this maybe, and hope, yeah, and some I would have something like this. Let's see in hidden line how does it look like. So it's basically integrated. uh, and basically I create another void extrusion based on this. No, or actually maybe yes, and I think it will only cut that edge. Okay, and then unite. I have to check because I'm not sure if it will work as intended. Nah, it actually cut everything. Uh, okay, now we're seriously troubleshooting. This part works, but it remains this corner. Mm, yeah, let me check. Void forms, void swept blend, I guess. Let's say I do sketch path. And no, no. Create void blend. Let's say I pick this plane and I use, now I'm actually improvising. Okay, and let's say I do something like this. Let's say I get this triangle, edit top, and I can pick a plane. No, it doesn't. It doesn't let me. No, have an actual idea how to proceed. I will think again what should be done. It's a complex geometry issue and it has to be tackled. Yeah, I don't have an idea yet, but I will find a solution because I have to find a solution. So I will create an extrusion to finish everything. This one, and I'll extrude something like this. Let's check how is this top, and this will be a normal roof. Okay, create extrusion, set work in this one. Uh, okay, and basically it is a bit extended. I extrude upwards, and when I create, let's say, a void sweep, uh, let's see if I can create a void sweep because I'm too much of a lazy bum. And okay, edit profile. Let's say I want to do my roof, and I go this with this profile all around. It doesn't seem to like that. Oh, I actually Control Z. Ah, I didn't save my changes. Oh my goodness. Okay, let us think. Because this is an actual problem, but I'm too tired to think about it. Mm. I think I'll leave it as is, as a basic model, and that's it. Yeah, you know what? That's what I hate when I hate to when I do. That's why I all constantly save whatever I do, because I get this type of things. I decide, oh, let's finish that, and when we're ready to save, no, 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 you save while you work. You are paranoid and save. Okay, save project with with roof facades with roof. Okay, thank you for joining. I will come back with a solution for the actual roof. It's it's a tedious geometry problem, and we'll tackle this separately. So thank you for joining.